Hi students, welcome back to the online class in mathematics. My name is Vishwanath. Today's class is about mensuration in that cylinder, cone and sphere. In the previous class we studied about the meaning of mensuration, two-dimensional figures, three-dimensional figure, examples. Finally we went to cylinder. In the cylinder we studied briefly about cylinder, solid cylinder, hollow cylinder, solid cylinder important formula and hollow cylinder important formula with shape. Today we go to the second diagram, that is cone. Today we'll study about cone and its formula. So we first go to the shape of the cone. So cone is a three-dimensional figure. It is difficult to draw on piece of paper, but still we are showing by some effects just to know yes it is a cone. It appears like cone, like we turn the shape. Actually it is two-dimensional figure, but cone is a three-dimensional figure. But what we have drawn here, that is two-dimensional figure. By just assuming this faces came up like that, just to assume we can by looking this shape in the form of cone, we think that it is cone only. See, this is the cone. See, cone as like this. Actually this is cone. Cone as base as circle. Look at this, the base circle. Here it is open. Think that it is filled. Think that it is completely filled. Don't confuse. Think that it is completely filled here. And when we keep here the bottom is, it is also called as base. Here one circle is there. What we see the outside is a rotating part. Look at this, the rotating part. In cylinder also we saw the same thing. Outside is rotating part. Look at this, the rotating part. Even in cone also rotating part is there. So this rotating part only called as curved surface area. In cylinder this face is called as curved surface. This is curved surface area. Inside is volume. Inside is volume. This is curved surface area. This is base and another one is, this is base. See, this is base. This is also base. This is curved surface area. Inside is volume. Similarly here, this is base. What we are saying, this is base. Inside is volume. This inside is volume. This is base and this is curved surface area. This face is curved surface area. Which part I am touching, this is curved surface area. But this top is not like that. Actually in cone, top is sharp. That is, the tip is sharp. Look at it, goes in the same way. It won't be like this head. It has like this straight line and this. Cone ice cream, that you could see cone ice cream. Cone ice cream is the example of, best example of cone. Okay, we study about cone. Solid cone. See, in solid cone, first we go for circumference. In cylinder we studied these things, we repeat again. Circumference, what is circumference? Circumference means this line, the circle around what the line we are seeing. Only just a line I am saying, this line. The circle around what this line we are saying, that is a round shape, that is circumference. Symbol is C. Its formula is 2 pi r. It is always written in centimeter or meter. That's it. Next we go for base area. Base area or circle area. Base area or circle area. Capital letter A. What is base area? This is called as circumference. This round is circumference. This round inside what we are seeing, this part, area. This is only called as area. This area is called as base area or circle area. It is it is pi r square. Pi r square. It is measured in centimeter square or meter square or kilometer square, square units. Now we go for cone volume. Cone volume V is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. So we recall volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h, we know. See, volume of cone, remembering, is very simple. Volume of cone is 1/3 of volume of cylinder. Cylinder formula is pi r square h. Cone formula is same, pi r square h only, but we wrote 1/3. 1/3 of pi r square h. Because if you take a cone and cylinder having same basis, condition is same basis. That means the cone is having 10 centimeter base, the cylinder must have 10 centimeter base. Like two shapes we will take, two three-dimensional figures we will take. This is the cone of base 10 centimeter and height 20 centimeter like. So one more is cylinder, same radius is 10 centimeter, height is 20 centimeter. That means two three-dimensional shapes I have taken here. One is cone with base radius 10, height is 20, cylinder base radius 10, and these two are having same measurement, same radius, same heights as well. Now we take water in this. Now we take water in that cone and we allow this water to pour inside the cylinder. So now when you fill some water inside the cone, which is having 20 centimeter height and 10 centimeter radius, and try to put it inside the cylinder, so that time we'll observe one thing. When we take water in that, this cylinder water you have to put this, sorry, not cylinder, this cone water. So this cone inside water, what is that you have to take 3 times. This cone inside what amount of water is there, that water you have to take 3 times. If you take 3 times and you pour inside the cylinder completely fills. Now filled. That means 3 times of cone water, if you pour in the cylinder, it is filled. So from this we come to one conclusion. That means one cone is equal to not one cylinder. Remember, one cone water is poured into the cylinder is not completely filled. First you pour one cone of water, that time only this much part filled. Remember, till here one part of the cone, if you pour inside the cylinder, it is filled only. Next, second time again fill the water inside the cone, again pour it fills only this much. That means this is second time. Now take once again cone water and pour in this. Now it is completely filled. That means one cone, two cone and 3 cones. That means 3 cones water, 3 times of cone water is equal to one cylinder filled. 3 times of cone water poured in the cylinder, it is complete. But condition, remember, same radius base, same height. That is the condition. Same cone height and cylinder height should be same. Cone radius and cylinder radius should be same. In that such conditions, this water present inside the cone have taken 3 times and poured in that cylinder, then it is completely filled. From this we came to conclusion, 3 into cone is equal to 1 cylinder. 1 cylinder means we know that formula pi r square h. 3 cones is equal to 1 cylinder. 3 into cone formula unknown, cone only. Cylinder formula already we know, pi r square h. Now cone keep it here only, 3 shift that side, pi r square h by 3. So this is the formula. Cone is equal to pi r square h by 3 or 1/3 of pi r square h. Both are same only. That only I wrote here. Volume of cone is equal to 1/3 of pi r square h. It's very simple, student. If you know the volume of cylinder, volume of cone also very easy. Cylinder volume is divided by 3. Cylinder volume is divided by 3 is only cone volume. Now we go for surface area. Again, surface area is divided into 2 types. One is curved surface area, another one is base area. What is curved surface area? Curved surface area is this part what we are seeing and we are touching, one round, full one round I am saying. This part only curved surface area. In cylinder also we saw, no, this is curved surface area, rotating part. This part is rotating, that's why it is called as curve, because it is not straight. This face is not straight, this face is curve shape. So curved surface area. Curved surface area is pi r l. See, to find the curved surface area of the cone we are using formula pi r l. Now we come back to the diagram. In the diagram I show the dimension. This is radius of the base. From here, from the center to one edge, that is radius of the cylinder, cone. Next, this is called as height of the cone. Remember, this is the height of the cone. Next, one more dimension is there in cone that is not there in cylinder, that is L. L is not length, don't confuse. L is not length, it is slant height. Okay, this is the height of the cone. Height is taken always exactly straight. Remember, height should not take in a slant way. Height is always straight. See, this is the radius, this is the height, straight vertical line is height, and slant height means the cone is having this. See, this is slant height is it is cross. So if it is this, see, this is the height. So I kept no pen very straight, that is in vertical mode. This is the height of the cone. So when I keep like this is the slant height of the cone. Look at here, this is slant height. Slant height is in the slant, and this is height. Height is straight and slant. Now that length on that slant only we are using here. Pi RL is the curved surface area of the cone. Pi is 22 by 7, radius of the base. L means slant height, remember slant height. H is straight, that is a vertical. Vertical is height here. The vertical is height here. What slant mode is there? That is slant height. So slant height we are using because curved surface area is about this. No, this part is taken as curved surface area. Curved surface area is here slant, but in cylinder curved surface area is straight. Look at, in cylinder curved surface area is straight, so we are using only 2 pi r h. But here in cone curved surface area is, look at, slant. It is going towards the tip. Here it is not going towards the tip in cylinder. Exactly same. Bottom and top both are having same. But here bottom is more area it has. But when we go to the tip, it is reducing. The area is reducing in cone. At the bottom, look at the bottom more area. At the bottom more area is there. When we go to the tip here, area is reducing. The formula to find out curved surface area of the cone pi RL. So here what L we are seeing, for the L we have one additional formula, that is h square plus r square. L square is equal to h square plus r square. How did we get that? Look at, this is the slant height, correct? Now this is the slant height, this is the vertical height. Vertical height is h, slant height is L. This is slant height, this is the vertical height, this is the radius. So this vertical height and radius are 90 degree to each other. We know that it is in the shape of L. So vertical height and radius create 90 degree in between, and this is the slant height. Now we got right angle triangle here. So look at, this is the vertical height, this is the radius, it is the slant height. Slant height is L, vertical height is h, and this is the radius 90 degree. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, L square is equal to h square plus r square. L square is equal to h square plus r square. This is the additional formula what we are seeing in curved surface area of the cone. Don't forget this, very important. When you are using curved surface area pi r L, always you have to remember L square is equal to h square plus r square formula into. Okay. Now base area, we go to base area. Base area means what? In cylinder what base is there? In cylinder what base is there? Circle base is there. So base area nothing but circle area. But in cylinder we saw base area means there are two bases, one base and two base. In cylinder two bases, so two circles we wrote. But in cone how many bases are there? Thing in cone, this is the one base, this is the one base, but another side there is no base. Here the tip is there, so only one base is there in cone. That's why in base area means one circle is always pi r square. Circle area we know that, right? This is a pi r square. So in cone only one base is there, so 1 pi r square. Now we go to TSA. Total surface area means what? What kind of areas available in cone? All adding. In cone there are two areas, one curved and base. Total means together. Curved is pi RL plus base area is one circle. This is the formula to find out total surface area. Volume formula how to remember. If you know cylinder formula pi r square, it's 1/3. By practically we proved 1/3 of pi r square h. Go to the surface area, two types, curved and base area. Base area no need to buy it again. Everywhere base area is circle only. In cylinder two circles, 2 pi r square. In cone one circle, 1 pi r square. Curved surface area is pi r l. That is this face. This face is pi r l. Curved surface area. This face. That is pi r l. Pi r l. To when we are knowing the pi r l, in place of L, what is slant height? Slant height is related to vertical height and radius in the Pythagoras relation. Base area is one circle. Total surface area no need to buy it again. Adding curved and base area together. Now we go to sphere. The third, which one we have in 10th standard syllabus. Sphere diagram again on a sheet of paper. It is difficult because when you draw the sphere on the sheet of paper, it appears like circle only. Many students get confused due to that. They confuse that circle and sphere both are same. No, this what I drew here. So what is drew here? That is actually circle. This is circle. But sphere, which is sphere? Sphere is this. This is sphere actually. So when we see everywhere, it is rotational part only. This is sphere. That's why to understand inside this sphere, some effects we show such that it is not circle, it is round like this sphere. So we go to the sphere volume. Volume of sphere is 4/3 of pi r cube. This is the formula to find out. This formula 4/3 of pi r cube. Remember 4/3 of pi r cube. That means inside this 4 cone water you have to bring here. 4 cone water. 4 cone water you bring here and pour it. This sphere is filled. So 1 cone is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. Then the sphere is equal to cone 4 times. When we take 4 times of cone, 1/3 for pi r square h is multiplied with 4. It is 4/3 pi r square h. But in sphere there is no height. When we go everywhere radius. In cone we have radius at the base and height and slant height, 3 dimensions, 3 different genre. But here in sphere, if you go this side, radius. 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 So totally here everywhere radii only. So what we do? 1/3 of pi r square h. At the same time here, the 2 radii, what is there here? Height. For this height only taken as 2 radii. We have taken here height as 2 radii. It's not 4 times, students. See, it is 1/3 pi r square h, 4/3 into. So here the height is converted into 2 times of radius. So it is 4 1/3 pi r square. This height is converted into 2 radius. So look at in cone we have height, but here one height is equal to r plus r 2r and into 2 times. Totally cone water is taken 2 times and poured into the sphere. 2 times, not 4 times. 2 times taken. 2 into 1/3 pi r square h, it is 2/3 pi r square h. 2 into 1/3 cone water is taken twice and poured into the sphere. 2 into 1/3 pi r square h, it is 2/3 pi r square h. And this h is converted into, the height is converted into 2 times of radii. Now 2 into 2 it is, now 2 into 2 4/3 pi r square into r pi r cube. Like this we get sphere volume. Sphere volume is 1/4/3 pi r cube. Now when we go for the surface area, in surface area in sphere only one curved surface area only, because there is no one more. The reason is in cylinder we can see this part is curved surface area, this is base area. But when we go for sphere, in sphere no base is only. For this no base only. Base means like this flat face. This is called as base. On the base it stands. Look at it stands on the base. In cone also one base is there. In cone also one base is there. Look at on the base it stands. But in sphere there is no bases, because there is no bases, it starts to move. If it stands also, it stands on a single point. There is no base in sphere. That's why in sphere surface area is not divided into 2 as we did in the cylinder and cone. In cylinder and cone surface area is covered one, base separator. But in sphere curved surface area only there is no base. That's why we are not using any here part. In sphere surface area means surface area only, because there is no 2 types. If 2 types are there, one is curved, one is base. But here everywhere single surface area only. That's why we are using surface area only. No curved word, no base word. That is equal to 4 pi r square. That means the curved surface area, what I am touching here, the external part, this full area is 4 pi r square. That means 4 times of circles. 4 times of circles. In cylinder 2 circles are there, in cone 1 circle, in a sphere 4 circles are there. That 4 circles only, one sphere surface area. In sphere, the two more additional shapes are there, additional formula we call it as that is hollow cone, hollow sphere. Now we go for hollow sphere. Hollow sphere volume. Now sphere volume we write first. What is the sphere volume? 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the sphere volume. So hollow sphere volume how to get? Hollow sphere volume to get as what we did in the cylinder. In cylinder I revealed that ideas how to convert the solid sphere. This is the solid sphere. Solid sphere means something is filled inside the sphere. For inside the sphere completely filled. Suppose the sphere is inside, by inside completely filled, that is solid sphere. If the sphere is not having anything inside like ball, that means air present inside, that is hollow sphere. Hollow sphere means inside is empty. Solid sphere means inside is filled. Okay. Now solid sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Hollow sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi. This 1 r cube you remove and write r cube minus r cube. Reason is in hollow sphere inside one radius will come like this. Look at this is the inside radius, this is the external radius. External radius is equal to internal radius plus thickness. So what? This is sphere, not circle. Okay, that's why solid sphere, what formula it has? Same thing for hollow sphere also. Wherever hollow word comes, very simple. Hollow explains that there are two radius. When hollow word comes, cylinder, in cylinder also we studied the same thing. Cylinder volume was pi r square h. When we go to the hollow cylinder, what we did? Pi as it is, h as it is. In place of r square, we wrote big R square minus small r square because it was hollow. So similarly here hollow means bigger and smaller, two things comes. Hollow means bigger, smaller. So in solid only one radius, in hollow two radii are there. No, 1 r cube remove and you write big R cube minus small r cube. Same r cube here, r square only maintain. If r cube is there, r cube only write, but two times you write big R cube minus small r cube. Next is hemisphere. So hemisphere means two equal part of spheres. See. So this is the one half of the sphere, this is the another half of the sphere. Both the spheres when we combine will get complete sphere. So how to find out volume of hemisphere? First we write volume of solid sphere. This is the solid sphere formula. Volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. This solid sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Then what is the volume of hemisphere? 4 by 3 as it is right, pi as it is right, r cube as it is right, whole divided by 2. So hemi indicates that two equal parts. So one full sphere is divided into two equal parts. Each part is called as hemisphere. So solid sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Hemisphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 2. Then this 2 divided, 2 2's we'll get 2 by 3 pi r cube. This is the formula to find out hemisphere. Hemisphere formula is solid sphere formula. What you know, that divided by 2. Divided you will get 4 by 3 pi r cube into 2 by 3 pi r cube. Next, the last one is hollow hemisphere. Now hollow hemisphere, volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the solid sphere formula. This is hemisphere. The solid sphere what we have, that divided by 2 is 2 by 3 pi r cube is all hemi means half. Next, solid sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of hollow hemisphere. See now again 4 by 3 as it is right, pi as it is right. Now r cube is converted into big R cube minus small r cube. Why? Because as I told you, hollow word, whenever hollow word comes, change the radius. Hollow comes, small r cube is converted into big R cube minus. So whenever hollow comes, radius is converted into big R minus small r. Next, so for hollow we did r cube minus r cube, but here hemi word also there. Now when for hemi what we have to do, divided by 2. So I tell you again, Hollow means change the radius. Hemi means divided by 2. Look at in the first one. In the first one here, what was there? Hollow. Here hollow was there. So what we did? Only we changed the radius. We did not change anything. Only we changed the radius. Here what is there? Hemi. So for hemi what we did? Only we divided by 2. Nothing we changed. We won't change anything. Only divided by 2. But here both are there. Hollow also there. Hemi also there. Therefore change the radius and divided by 2 as well. For hemi divided by 2. Hemi means half, no? For hemi divided by 2. For hollow change the radius. Then cancelled. It is 2 by 3 pi r cube minus r cube. This is the formula to find out hollow hemisphere. So by knowing 4 by 3 pi r cube, one formula everywhere, we can find out hemisphere formula. Hemi means divided by 2. Hollow means r cube minus r cube. Hollow hemi means both divided by 2 as well as r cube minus r cube. So we'll do some problems based on the cylinder, cone and sphere using these formulae. So before going to the exercise problems, learn very well by all these formula and give simple ways of remembering the formula. Thank you.